Welcome, everyone. Today, we're jumping right into a really fun explainer about humor and moods. So we're going to talk about things that make us laugh and how to describe the way we feel inside. I'm so glad you're here with me.
Okay, let's dive right in. First up, what actually makes us laugh? Let's look at some super simple, everyday English words for funny things.
The first word is joke. A joke is just a funny story or a funny sentence. You know, it's that clever little comment you share with a friend that makes everyone smile and laugh out loud.
Next is the word witty. Now, being witty means you're funny in a really clever, smart way. If someone calls you witty, it means your brain works fast and you can say something intelligent and funny at the exact same time.
Then we have comedian. A comedian is a person who grabs a microphone and actually tells jokes as their job. People literally pay money to go watch a comedian make them laugh.
Now here's a fun one you definitely know. Cartoon. A cartoon is a funny drawing or an animated show. You probably have a favorite funny cartoon character on TV that always makes you smile.
Moving on, we have prank. A prank is just a funny trick you play on someone. It's totally playful and safe, just a silly trick you do to surprise a friend for fun.
Now let's look at a pun. A pun is a very clever joke that plays with the sounds of words. Basically, it uses words that sound exactly the same, but they mean completely different things. It really makes you think, and then you laugh.
And right at the end of a joke comes the punchline. The punchline is the funny last line. It's the big surprise at the very end of the story that makes everyone in the room burst out laughing.
Okay, next up is satire. Satire is when people use humor to criticize society. So it's a slightly more serious kind of humor. Writers use satire to talk about rules and problems in the world, but they do it in a funny way.
Then we have irony. Irony happens when the exact opposite of what you expect actually happens. It's funny because it's just a total surprise. You think one thing is going to happen, but bam, the complete opposite happens instead.
Our last humor phrase is to make fun of. This simply means to laugh at someone, but usually in a really playful, joking way. Friends often make fun of each other just to share a big laugh together.
Great work on those. So now that we know how to talk about laughing, let's ask a brand new question. How do we talk about moods? Let's learn some fun English expressions. We call these idioms for when we feel really happy or sad.
Our first idiom is on cloud nine. Being on cloud nine means you are extremely happy. Like, if you hear some amazing news, you feel so light and joyful that it's like you're literally floating up there on cloud nine.
Here's another happy expression for you, over the moon. This one also means you're very, very happy. For example, if you get a great grade on your English test today, you're going to feel over the moon.
On the other hand, we have feeling blue. This is an idiom that just means you feel sad. You know, sometimes we all have days where we're feeling a little blue, and honestly, that's completely okay.
Another sad one is down in the dumps. Being down in the dumps is just another way to say you're feeling really low and unhappy. Like, if it's pouring rain and you can't go outside with your friends, you might feel a bit down in the dumps.
Now here is our golden rule for today's explainer. Idioms do not mean the words literally. Please, don't try to translate idioms word by word. When you're on cloud nine, you aren't actually sitting on a real cloud in the sky. You just have to learn these as whole, complete expressions.
Let's do a super quick recap of all the great words we learned today. We covered excellent words to describe funny things like joke, witty, comedian, cartoon, prank, pun, punchline, satire, and irony. And of course, we learned those fun mood idioms for being happy or sad.
You all did an amazing job today. Now you can talk about humor and moods in English. Thank you so much for joining this explainer. Before you go, I want you to think about this. What's a funny English pun or joke you can share with your friends today? Think about it and keep smiling.